How often do we hear that Sigma males can live their lives in complete solitude? The answer is too often. The image Sigma males are painted with is one of a man all alone at the top of a mountain. Ask a Sigma and they probably won't mind the image, but the fact is, even Sigma males need people in their lives, especially a significant other who loves them for who they are. When it comes to women, Sigma males take a different approach than most men. Their calm, calculated method helps them save face if things go south. That's unlike your ordinary Casanova, isn't it? Let's dive into how Sigma males approach women. But before we do that, we would really love it if you could click the like button to support the channel. Remember, we make these videos for free for your entertainment, and that is all we ask for in return. Hit the subscribe button while you're there too. All set? Now let's look at what methods Sigma males employ to help attain the women of their dreams. It is common knowledge that Sigma males are unlike any other male personality type. They are independent and do not need to rely on other people for their happiness. Honestly, a Sigma male probably wouldn't care if you suggested to him a life in complete solitude where only his decisions were important. That is literally describing a Sigma male. But it is very important to understand that Sigma males are human beings, just like the rest of us. And at some point, they too will need a partner to remind them that they are loved, they are cared for, and there is someone who has their back. But the entire process of finding a woman and asking her out is a much more complicated one for Sigma males. It is not the see a woman at the bar, flirt with her, hope she gives you her number technique that men usually opt for. The first and probably the longest step a Sigma male takes before approaching a woman is actually finding a woman they can see themselves with. As we've said before, Sigma males will not just go for the next lady they set their eyes on. They are extremely difficult to please and will take their sweet time in finding the right woman for themselves. She has to be independent like the Sigma male, allow him his freedom, be responsible and mature enough to have serious conversations. A very crucial thing Sigma males look for in a woman before approaching her is common interest. They will never go to a woman just to make random small talk with her and take the risk of saying something that offends her. Once a Sigma male finds the woman of his dreams, he moves on to the next step. The next step is initiating contact with the woman. Since it is a Sigma male starting the conversation, you can be sure it is going to be better than a simple hi. They will spend time thinking about the best opening line and might even practice it a few times. That first conversation is probably going to start off with a lot of formality, since Sigma males always want to be respectful to those around them. He will rely heavily on any shared interests to make conversation, and after a few minutes, if a Sigma male decides to continue with the conversation, he might loosen up a bit and show the woman his fun, relaxed side as well. Who knows, he might even throw in a little flirting if he really likes the woman. One thing we can be certain of is that the conversation will only keep going if both the man and woman are interested in it. While talking to a prospective partner, a Sigma male will be on the lookout for any clues or hints the woman might give about taking things to the next level, which is asking for her phone number. Usually, this encounter would end in a rush date, which could lead to disaster. But Sigma males know better and will first get to know the woman properly before asking her out. He will spend the next few days or maybe weeks understanding the woman and learning all he possibly can about her. At the same time, he will constantly be asking himself if this woman is the one for him. If at any point a Sigma male feels as though the woman is not who he thought she was, he will remove himself from the conversation before things progress further. But if the opposite happens and the Sigma male is satisfied, he will ready himself to ask the lady out on a date and hope she says yes. He will think of the best way to pop the question and will take into consideration all of her likes and dislikes. It is probably going to be accompanied with a romantic gesture and something the woman will remember for a lifetime, instead of a simple, "Will you go out on a date with me?" text message. Now we enter the real make or break stage of how a Sigma male approaches women, the first date. A Sigma male loves preparation, even for the smallest of occasions. And this could probably be one of the most important occasions in a Sigma male's life, so you can be certain that he will take extra measures to make sure the night goes perfectly. Starting with the location, a Sigma male will give this the most thought. It has to be somewhere meaningful to leave an impact on the woman. After the location, day of the date, and all other details have been settled, the Sigma male will ponder on what he will wear. Sigma males have a thing for presentation and need to appear in their best state when in public. They are also natural overthinkers and may doubt their entire plan while preparing for the date. They might even reconsider the person they have asked out because they are not very trusting individuals. But once all these thoughts are put aside, a Sigma male will gather his confidence and go on the date as his best self. But of course, the entire guide to how a Sigma male approaches women does not end here, because what happens during the date is also very important. We know that Sigma males do not like engaging in conversation, and especially if they have to talk about themselves. They are mysterious individuals and like to preserve that mystery. So it wouldn't be a surprise if the Sigma male stays away from topics that will result in him opening up. Instead, he will carefully form his questions in a way that only the lady has to answer. Throughout the date, the Sigma male will be assessing whether or not the date was worth it. He will judge the date based on what the topics of conversation were, how his date responded to his questions, and if the woman really is the one he is meant to be with. The Sigma will not put a label on the relationship after just one date. He will, instead, talk it over with the woman he asked out and see where she stands. If all goes well, it is highly likely that the Sigma male will ask her out on a second date before calling her his girlfriend. Before we go on to the final chapter of how Sigma males approach women, is there an aspect we might have missed? How do you think Sigma males flirt with a woman they have met for the first time? Let us know your opinions in the comments below. For a Sigma male, falling in love is probably the most difficult situation they can find themselves in. They want someone whom they can share their lives with, but at the same time, they are skeptical of all those around them. They are distrusting individuals and have a hard time forming and staying in relationships. So they spend a large amount of time thinking about how they can make their dates count. But one thing that gives away how a Sigma male feels about a woman is his body language. If a Sigma male can spend more than a few minutes listening to what a woman has to say without feeling bored, he is definitely into her. Another sign might be his staring at the woman with imaginary hearts in his eyes. Now, we must not forget that Sigma males can mask all of their feelings effectively, so if he displays these signs with his body language, chances are he wants the woman to notice. And on that note, our guide to how Sigma males approach women comes to an end. If you are a woman watching this video and have a Sigma male in your life, keep an eye out for these signs, and you might just figure out what he thinks about you. If you've watched till the end, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your post notifications. If you liked this video, check out this next one, and we will catch you next time.